Yeah,
You
just
know
gotta
what?
keep grinding.
You know what?
What?
I'm gonna have to get somebody to paint a picture of you and put it in there. You feel me?
Okay.
Because it's the blueprint, baby. It's the blueprint, baby.
I love that, man.
My best friend's passed away. He got shot and killed on Georgia Avenue
Mm.
in the 9th grade. I was in the 9th grade when that happened.
Wow.
So, can you imagine losing everything? Can you imagine being a freshman at high school? You just lost your whole heart. My grandmother passed away. So, I didn't lose everything, but I lost my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to ask everybody, before you step out today and do anything, ask yourself, what will God do? I'm a college dropout like Kanye, unfortunately. So,
Why do you have to say that?
we're still making millions and billions, baby. Everything is created by Gashi. So, we're in motion to win,
Oh. Hello, everyone. Benrolins here. Welcome to another episode of the Benrolins Blueprint Podcast. I'm your humble host, Benrolins. I want them. Today's going to be a great episode. I have a young entrepreneur in the house, no other person than Gashi, the Aroma King. How you doing, buddy?
I'm feeling splendid, man. I'm feeling splendid.
Oh, I love that energy, bro.
Yeah. Feeling elevated. How you feeling?
I'm good, bro. I've had a couple of tough days. I was not really feeling good for the past 2 days. I was kind of sick a little bit. I almost postponed this episode. I was this close.
Oh, man, I'm glad you didn't do that.
Yeah, I was close to postponing it, but I was like, I already had an appointment, so I have to pull through, regardless of what happens.
This ain't nothing but God.
Yeah,
This ain't
man.
nothing but God.
Yeah, but I appreciate you for coming in today, though. It's going to be a great one. And I want to start with, you grew up in D.C. How was life like over there, bro?
It was a experience. It was an experience. Like, see, I grew up off of 33 K Street,
Mm-hmm.
right next to Gonzaga. Yeah, North Capitol, 33 K Street. I grew up around Sursum Quarters. That's the neighborhood name.
Wow.
It's a real known neighborhood in Northeast DC. It's right down the street from Union Station. So
Was your childhood really smooth? Everything was good?
it was smooth, man. My grandmother used to give me $20 every morning, $10 every morning to go get lunch when I was in middle school. Out of that 20, if she gave me $20 every single day, walking up to Union Station, I would give at least $5 to the homeless man every day. Every time I got $20,
Wow.
and then I would eat school lunch. I would save that for dinner. So when I came home off of the train and the bus, I would go to Subway and I would get a seafood sub, and man, that thing was smacking.
Wow, that's good. So growing up in that environment, what did you have any aspiration?
I did have a lot of inspiration growing up around there because I played basketball and I had a lot of friends that was into basketball and sports and stuff. So even in middle school, I went to CAPS, Kima. It's right there near Fort Totten.
Was your goal to make it in the NBA?
I did want to go to the NBA and play basketball. And if that wasn't the case, I wanted to play overseas. I was really, really nice. I'm still really good. I was just playing basketball yesterday, and man, I still got it.
What happened?
Um,
Why stop playing basketball professionally?
My grandmother died, and when my grandmother passed away, man, I'm not gonna lie, man. I stopped playing basketball. You know, she was a big piece, a very important piece in my life, you know. And when she passed away, you know, I had to be a man. You know, I still wanted to play basketball, but you know, I was I was kind of distracted from like just a lot of little things, just because she passed away right at the end of 8th grade. So soon as she passed away, I had went to 9th grade.
So what you're saying is your grandma was your inner motivation.
She was my mom and my dad. She was, you know, she came to all my basketball games. She was all that I had, for real, literally.
So where was your mom and dad actually?
Oh man, mom's was around. Dad was locked up, you know. Dad was locked up. Mom's was around, you know. Man, that neighborhood, man, it showed me how to be a man, you know.
Can you speak to that for a second? When you said it showed you how to be a man, what do you really mean?
Well, when you into sports, you know, it's either one or two things. It's either in you, it gotta be in you. It can't be on you. It's either you gonna do it or not, you know. Yeah. And growing up, you never really know what you want to do, you know, because you just experiencing, you trying everything out, you know. At that time, I was a teenager. I was in the 8th grade, 9th grade. And I love basketball so much. But when my grandmother passed away, I had to start doing a lot of things on my own, you know. I still attempted to go to college. I'm a college dropout like Kanye, unfortunately. So,
why do you have to say that?
We're still making millions and billions, baby. You know, everything is created by Gashi. So, you know, we're in motion to win, you know.
Oh, wow. That's good.
As long as you're in motion, you know.
Oh, so when your grandma passed away, the NBA dream just shattered.
Honestly, I got a hold of the wrong things. You know, I started to dibble and dab into the wrong things. You know, the basketball court became like a blur to me. You know, I started to hang out with different people and stuff like that. You know, I'm not gonna lie. The streets, you know, kind of grabbed me a little bit. You know? I started to find myself getting in trouble a lot. You know?
Wow. So when your grandmother died, you lost a sense of direction, and all of a sudden you found yourself lost.
Yeah,
and trying to fit in the society. Yeah. And before you realize it, you people who you did not believe you could ever hang out with, and you started doing some stuff that you did not really want to get involved with.
Yeah. Before I realized it, I was too far away from the basketball court. You know,
like, how long did it take you to realize that? Or it just happened immediately?
It happened too fast.
Too fast.
It happened too fast, and I was always in survival mode. So it happened too fast, and you know, I didn't realize that I lost sight of my dream, my goal, until I got locked up.
Oh, you got locked up?
Yeah, I was incarcerated.
What happened? What happened? What's the background story?
Life started lifing, man. You know, I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And, you know, when you at the wrong place at the wrong time, bad things happen. Bad things happen. You know, I'm just going to say that.
Yeah,
bad things happen, man. But, you know, God never took his hand off me, and I appreciate that. You know, I need to start telling people that the G stand for God, you know. But, you know, the G stand for Gashi. You know, I am the creator, but I am nothing without God. I'm nothing without Allah.
So going to jail, Did that change any of your perspective about life?
That made me more of a man.
Really?
Yeah. You know, but I still had I didn't learn my lesson. I still got in trouble after that.
Really?
Yeah, still got in trouble after that.
Let's talk to me about jail for a second. Like, how was life like inside there?
Terrible. You
Really?
know, it all you got is the men. You know, it's just the fellas. You know, and it's just you and the fellas. So jail was I got locked up a few times. You know, they enslaved me a few times. You know
How
what I'm
long
saying?
have you been in jail? Like the highest number of months?
Yeah,
Months?
something slight.
Wow.
I never did no real time. Never. The most I ever did was like a few months.
Few months.
Nothing serious.
And then after doing the few months, you still come and get into trouble, bro?
Actually, that first time that I got locked up, I didn't get locked up for real. I was too young. They just put me in a holding cell until my parents came and got me. Actually, my father came and got me, and he was super upset because he dropped me off at my best friend's house, and he gave me money, and he told me don't get in trouble. But I was a rockhead. You know, I was real rebellious, you know, real curious and uneducated. I say that.
You wanted to see where the things are going. Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing. All I knew is I love Tupac. Nah, for real.
Wow, that's
For real. Long live Pac.
Wow.
So, you know, growing up, listening to Tupac, you become like a rebel instantly. You know, you become kind of like a little thug, you know? And if you don't know what a thug is somebody who will not take any disrespect from no one. A thug is somebody who's getting money. A thug is somebody who is a protector, you know, of his people. That's it.
So you were a thug.
I was a thug, cause yeah, like you know, that was the first music that I listened to growing up. I listened. My mom always kept me around. Like she always played Lauryn Hill, Jill Scott, Marvin Gaye, and Tupac. A lot of Tupac. A lot of Tupac. A lot of Biggie, but more so Tupac too.
Wow. So,
shout outs to Biggie, man. Long live Biggie, man. For real.
So what you're trying to tell me is like that's the music and the environment kind of like influence you a little bit to go towards a direction which you never envisioned to move towards.
Yeah, life was life, and when I say that, I was just experiencing, you know. I was just growing into being a boy, you know. And then I had to grow into being a man, you know. I'm still growing into being an entrepreneur, a businessman. You know, you can never really stop growing. You know, because like that's like one of the purposes of life. You know, to reproduce and to grow. You know,
I'm glad you said that because we all got past and we've done some crazy stuff in our lives as well. Everybody got moments, and for you to gain insight and grow past that moment is very valuable. But if you keep on doing the same thing over and over again, there's a problem. Yeah. And you'll be like, oh, how did I find myself in this mess? But you keep repeating the same patterns and you realize, things keep happening to me. How can I get past that?
It's the people you hang around. You know, it's the company you keep. You know, when it could be the company. I think it was, I was just influenced just by like everything that was around me, social media, the music, the friends I kept around me. I was just influenced by everything. And it had a good turn on me and it had a bad turn on me. You know?
So when you were having those moments in life, were you trying to fit in or you were just trying to like create an impact? Like how was your life like?
I was more so trying to create an impact because I wasn't trying to fit in. I still, even after my grandmother passed away, I still played basketball. I played for I played for Theodore Roosevelt. It's off of Georgia Avenue in Northwest DC. So I played for Rose, and then one of my best friends passed away. He got shot and killed on Georgia Avenue in the 9th grade. I was in the 9th grade when that happened.
Wow.
So, can you imagine losing everything? Can you imagine being a freshman in high school? You just lost your whole heart. My grandmother passed away. So, I didn't lose everything, but I lost my mind. I almost lost my mind. I felt like I lost my mind. I felt like I lost everything, I had my dad, and he was married, and I was in cahoots with a new family. I had a new little brother, a new little sister. I had a stepmom. My father was there, as much as he could be, because he still had a job. He still had to tend to the other kids. He still had to he still made money on the side of his job. My father is a big hustler. That's where I get my hustle from. Wow. My father is a big hustler. He's a big entrepreneur. He passed away. He's deceased now. But before he died, he owned a food truck. He sold chicken, steak, and seafood. He owned a food truck, and on his food truck, he had like 4 deep freezers that was filled with like food, different chicken, steak, and seafood. So he was a hustler. He would drive around the whole Baltimore, the whole DC, the whole Virginia, the whole Delaware. He'll go anywhere with this food. And he'll sell out. He'll make thousands of dollars. I remember one day he came home, he was like, man, I made like 4,000, like almost close to 4,500 in one day. That was amazing, because when you think of people making that type of money, the first thing you think of is something illegal, right? Or a scam or some type of finesse, right? You don't think of a regular 9 to 5.
Oh, 9 to 5 now.
Or
business.
Yeah. So that's really what it was. It was him not working a 9 to 5, not being a worker. It was him being a boss that made him that money, and him staying focused, staying consistent on his mission.
Okay, yeah. So you're seeing your dad going through this stuff, like trying to get his do business on the side, try to invest in his family and stuff like that. But you're on your own little corner, and you really do not really understand what's going on. You're in a new family, and new sister, new brother, and you don't really have someone that you can really like talk to. Express your emotions on a deeper level.
I had one friend I could talk to. His name was. I had a few friends. One of my best friends. His name was. When I moved uptown, so after my grandmother passed away, I moved from northeast to northwest. I moved from Sursum Quarters to Kennedy Street. Where they say 9th, 7th, 1st, KDY. That's the name of the neighborhood. So I had a few friends around there. When I first got to that neighborhood, everyone was real welcoming because I was myself. When I first got to that neighborhood, I put my stuff down. My dad told me what to do, what not to do. He told me where the basketball court at. He know I love playing basketball. And I went to the basketball court every day, and I developed an impact on the neighborhood. They called me D Wade.
Oh, the Wade.
D Wade.
Yeah.
I was nice. That I was, in the hood. When you go to the basketball court, it was like real basketball courts, but one was short and one was tall. Like one was short enough you could dunk on it. I couldn't dunk on it. I was really short. I was only in the 9th grade. But everyone else did dunk on it. And I was like, really happy because I was able to throw my alley hoops. I was able to express my basketball skill. And that was my only outlet from my grandmother, from me trying to grieve, because I couldn't talk to my father about it because all he would do was just cry. That was his mom. Oh. So he would just always cry.
Emotional. Yeah.
Real emotional. And it was hard seeing my dad cry because I always seen my dad being tough and strong, you know, being a man. You know, I hate seeing him cry and stuff. So, one person I was able to talk to about my pain and my agony was my best friend named Super Dave. He's deceased now. He was one of the main basketball players at Theodore Roosevelt. He was also from 9th and Kennedy. He was from 9th and Kennedy. He was from a neighborhood called Kennedy. T-Mob, you know, the mob, for real. So long live Super Dave, long live Ooh. These was my closest friends from that neighborhood, from Northwest. And then from there, I moved back to Maryland and went to Wise and graduated. But rewind, like, Super Dave was my only outlet, and he was one of the main basketball players at my high school. And when he passed away, man, that really, the pain just, it crushed me, bro. It crushed me, you know, because he was the only one I could talk to. You know what I'm saying? He was the only one I could talk to. We played basketball together. My first time ever consuming marijuana was with him. I was skipping school. My first time ever skipping school. Nah, this wasn't my first time skipping school. Like I say, I was into some things, man. But yeah, I don't know what time. Maybe like my 4th time skipping school. I was in the 9th grade, and I remember he would knock on my door, and we would walk to school together. You know, so I'm thinking we about to walk to school. So he like, yeah, I'm gonna stop at the the corner store to to get breakfast real fast. And then after that, I'm thinking we walking to school because I'm a good boy. Like I'm not into anything. You know, I was a good child. Yeah, I was a good boy. You feel me? I was a basketball player. Like, I wasn't into nothing bad. And he was like, yeah, man, we going, I'm gonna get this sandwich and then we gonna go to school. And I was like, all right, bet. He didn't say we was going to school. He said he was going to grab the sandwich. He didn't say anything about school yet. So, we had to carry out, we getting the breakfast sandwich, I think he got a egg and cheese, like a turkey, bacon, egg and cheese, something like that. He grabbed that, and then we started walking back into the neighborhood. So I was like, yo, where we going? And he hit the alley. So now we're in the alley. Like, soon as I come in the alley, it's like 10 people in the alley. Like old heads, they don't even go to school. Like they're in their 30s and 40s.
Wow.
So I'm like, what's going on? Why are we with these old people? He like, yo, we about to go to school. Like he didn't say yo. He did not say yo. You know what I'm saying? I've been in Baltimore a little bit too long. Yeah. Shout out to Baltimore. Shout out to DC. What he said was, hey fool, stop pressing me. That's what he said. He said, stop pressing me. And I stopped pressing them. And then, I'm just there at this point. They all smoking, getting enlightened, And then, he came up to me. He was like, bro, I want you to try it. You feel me? And I was kind of nervous to try it, but I knew my best friend would never tell me to do nothing wrong. You feel me? I trusted him. This is somebody I trusted with my life. Wow. So I took the spliff. Next thing I know, I had this weird feeling I never felt before. Like I was like kind of tripping out a little bit. Wow. It took us forever to walk to school for some reason. And that never happened because every day we walk to school, we get to school in like 10 minutes. This day, it took like 30 minutes to get to school. Wow. For me. And I think he left me too. I think he like, because we was walking and he was like, bro, I got to hurry up and get to class. And I'm like,
you're running.
Next thing I know, I look up, he was gone. But I knew he was at school. And I wasn't too far. We was almost there.
Wow.
So I just got there, and when I got there, I went to sleep. I went to sleep, and the teacher was banging on the desk. She was like, go to your next class. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It's one of the coolest days of my life. Because,
Coolest days?
Yeah, because, you just get to experience something different. Sometimes living that same A B life, A B A B A B A every day, A B A B. You know, every day, every day doing the same thing, doing the same thing, doing the same thing every day, every day. Sometimes it gets boring, bro. You know.
So you're glad you tried it out.
Yeah, I'm. No,
No.
no. I wasted a lot of money getting enlightened, smoking weed. But I am glad I tried it because that was our moment of bonding. You know, sometimes you got to take what you. Sometimes when someone is showing you that they love you and they care for you, sometimes you got to accept what they giving you. Sometimes you don't have to accept it because it's not good for you. Sometimes you got to be able to differentiate that. You got to be able to tell what's good for you and what's bad for you. And back then I couldn't tell what was good or what was bad. I just knew that this was my best friend and I trusted him. And I knew that he wouldn't give me nothing that was going to make me die and stuff. So I tried it. And when I tried it, I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad.
You liked it.
It changed my life though.
And you got hooked from there.
I'm still smoking weed to this day. To this day. That's why I asked you if, you know, I smelled like it when I came in. But yeah, man,
So was that the point where things started happening?
I think that was the point where I started I wasn't trying to fit in because I had already fit in. I had already developed a name. They knew me as D-Wade, the basketball player. Like, you know, that kid, he plays basketball. Like, when I came outside to play, I didn't sit on the bench and watch everybody. When I came outside and I stepped foot on the basketball court, hey, D-Wade, yeah, we want D-Wade. We want him next. Oh, he on my team. He on my team. We got him. I was the chosen one, you know? So when I started to do things that was out of my element, when I started to do things that I never did before, it changed my life for the good and bad. You know? Like I said, Day, Super Dave, you know, that was a very close friend of mine. And when he passed away, it really hurt me, you know? And I continued to play basketball. And I continued to I had moved from Northwest DC. I was living off of Georgia Avenue. I moved and transferred schools. I started to go to Wise High School in Upper Marlboro, and I moved around Skyline, Suitland, Maryland. Man, I tell you the experience. Like, my father said, okay, go live with your mom. He was upset. But I was upset that I lost my best friend. And I didn't want to live in the hood no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm moving to the suburbs. I moved right to the hood, and I didn't even know it. Experience real quick. So I said goodbye to my dad. I had a little book bag because we was arguing and stuff. So I got on the train. I got on the bus. I got on the train. No. When I got off the train, I had to get on a bus, but I didn't know what bus to get on to get to my mom's house. So I'm at Suitland Station. This is Long Live Swipey. I know I'm saying all these names you don't know. Swipey was a very known DC artist. He was young, but he passed away in that area, in the Suitland area.
Wow.
Somebody killed him. They shot him. He didn't even get the chance to see 20. Like, he was young.
Wow.
He was a good artist. His music still rings through DC, Maryland. Like, I still play his music. But when I got off the train, I walked to the bus stop, and there was some guys at the bus from Suitland or Forest Creek. They was from the Maryland side. They was from that area. So I asked them, I said, hey, what bus can I catch to get to Skyline or Morningside? And they was like, I guess they didn't like that neighborhood, right? Because they treated me, they wasn't welcoming. They was like, nigga, we don't know. The fuck you asking us for? They cussed me out and everything, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, all right, cool. And then when I got on the bus, they got on the bus too. So I'm like, they have to know. They have to know. And then when I sat down, they gave me this weird mean, rude look, like a real, they mean mugged me. So I sat down. I'm on the phone with my mom. She's telling me where to get off at. She's saying she's going to be at the bus stop and stuff. So, I'm just trying to figure out where to go. I'm kind of lost in direction because I don't know that area, the Suitland area, because I'm from D.C. So I'm on the bus. My mom tell me what stop to get off. I get off at the stop. I get off the bus. I see moms. I turn around and look at the bus. I see the two guys on the bus, and they looking directly at me, and they mean mugging. They looking mad, angry for some reason. Right then and then, I knew like this is not gonna be a good area for me. And it wasn't. I fought a lot. People around Skyline know me. I'm still able to go around there. I had continued high school in that area. I did 10th, 11th, and 12th. I graduated from that school. So I developed friends in the area. One of my closest friends, his name Amante, I call him my twin. He just moved to Arizona. He's doing really well for himself right now. And he come from that area, from that neighborhood, Skyline. He's from Skyline. And he's doing really well for himself. He just got him a place in Arizona. Wow. Cactuses. The weather is beautiful all the time. You see mountain lions, and it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. It's different from where we come from, the DMV area. You know what I'm saying?
So you're gonna say the DMV area is not really the best?
It is what it is. You get what you get. You get what you give. And honestly, sometimes here you don't even get what you give. Sometimes in this place, sometimes you give a lot and you don't get much. Sometimes, but that's just life.
Wow, man, incredible story. So you got to Suitland, if I'm saying it right.
Yeah.
So when you got there and you met these guys looking at you viciously, you realize this is not the place where you want to be, and then you start involving yourself in like fights and some crazy stuff that you don't really believe. That was when everything started going south.
My whole adolescence, I never tried to fit in. I always was being myself.
Whoa.
Always was being myself. When I got there, I wasn't really on a basketball tip no more. I was trying to grow into being a boy or a man. I was trying to figure out, I had these deep waves. I didn't have hair. I had like a low haircut, and I had like really deep waves, and the ladies was just like a magnet to me. Like they was loving me too much. So I was getting so much
attention
from the ladies that I had lost my grandma, I lost my best friend. I just wanted to be a pretty boy, kind of. I wanted to be that handsome, sexy chocolate magnet. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted, I just wanted to be me. Really, I still play basketball, but I wanted to start making money. So I got into the wrong things. I got a job at the VFW. But it wasn't enough money. The money was like it just wasn't enough. But that wasn't my first job. My first job was sweeping hair at a barber shop up at where Dad's house was at.
Wow.
Around Kennedy off of Georgia Avenue. The barber shop was right next to a strip club. So can you imagine like being a freshman, leaving work, or leaving because, sometimes the barbershop will close at 10 and my dad will want me in the house at like 9:30 or 9. He'd be pressed, like, because it was dangerous.
Yeah.
It was a lot of stuff going on. So he didn't want me to get in the mix of nothing. So I would come home. Hold on, we mixing the stories, but I would come home from like, school, and I wouldn't do my homework. I would straight just go to the basketball court for like an hour, hoop, play basketball. Then I'll go to work, sweep up the hair, and get tips. And then right after that, I would leave and go straight home. But every time before I go home, I would try to like walk past that strip club. And man, it'd be music playing. God, it'd be so much stuff going on. I was just so curious, man. That's all.
So you're curious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad to be curious. But let's go back to Suitland for a second.
I'm gonna take a shot for that one.
Oh yeah, you take a shot. You're good. So you're in Suitland. Now the ladies love you. You're getting all the attention, and you want to make some money because you know that comes with expectation.
Yeah.
So now you have to live up to expectation. So now you involve yourself and start doing like selling stuff on the side to try to like keep up with that.
I had a job though. I worked on the weekends. Like I direct traffic for the VFW. So the cars would come in. People, all the old heads, all the old people, the elderly people will come to this place called the VFW to do hand dancing. They would dance and stuff. And I would wash the dishes there. I would direct the traffic, you know, and I would get paid. You know, sometimes they'll tip me, but it just wasn't enough money, you know, because I had to come home and help out moms, and I still wanted to buy some shoes and look cool. You know, I still wanted to be fresh.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? I still wanted to look good
fine.
because everybody at my school, they was looking good.
Yeah.
It was looking good, yeah, man. I went to Wise. It's a school in Upper Marlboro. I actually went to Wise when Lizzo and Big Flock was going there. Shout outs to Big Flock, man. Shout out to Lizzo. Shout out to the old Thrax gang. You know, long live C Diddy. Yeah, man. Like everyone was looking good, too good.
So you wanted to look good too.
Yeah. I had to look good. I had to.
Wow. And at that point, were you thinking of like really having like a serious relationship, or you just wanted to fly everywhere?
As far as the ladies, man, let me see, man. I did, yeah. I was a lover boy. I was Drake, man. That was a lover boy. I was terrible, bro. I was terrible. You know, I'm still a lover boy at this moment. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no simp. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm a lover boy, man. You know,
So, do you break ladies' hearts or to break your heart?
Nah, I don't get my heart broken. That's one thing I don't. I do the heartbreaking. It's sad. It is sad, but it's the truth. I gotta be honest. Because like sometimes I just don't be having the time for certain things. You know? Growing up and you experiencing, you just get tired of certain things, you know? And you want something different, you know? And I was very adventurous. I'll say that. Like, one moment I had a chocolate chip. One moment I had, you know, a female from Africa, you know. Next moment I had a Jamaican. And then I get tired of all that. And I'm like, you know what? I need an Asian. I need some white. I need, I need some Brazilian, something, you know.
So
I was real adventurous.
So when you were dating all these ladies, what was your end goal?
My
End goal.
I didn't have an end goal. I just wanted to experience life. And when I was doing this, I was in the 10th grade, 11th grade. I was a child. I was a kid. You know, I ain't know no better.
Yeah.
I ain't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But I love shout out to the chocolate chips, man. Shout out to my black females, man, because I love them, and y'all know I do. I love them, you know. But man, I just had, you know, I had a girlfriend in the 10th grade, and she was from El Salvador, and man, she was different. You know, I ain't gonna, you know, speak on it too much, but I really liked her. I just tell you that I really liked her, and she had a good rub on me, cause she rubbed me to the point where I love Latinos now. I love Latinos. Sometimes I can't even find myself to breathe. I can't find myself to think. I can't find myself to even see straight. My eyeballs be doing this. when them Latinos come in the room. I love me some Latinos. I ain't gonna lie. But I never forget about my back home females. You know what I'm saying? Like, my woman from Africa, I never forget them. They always have a special place in my heart.
But the Latinos are different.
They different, bro. They different, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Latinos, they do something to you. They make you. I don't know. I don't know. But I will say this. I need to stop that. Focus on what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Females from back home.
Wow. Let's move on. Like, what moment will it shape you to transform your life to become a better person? Now you're like, man, I'm done with all this stuff. I got to start doing my business now. No more doing some stuff on the side, get in trouble, going to jail. Now I want to be legit.
Man.
What was the turning point?
Turning point was Dad passing away. Actually, turning point was when I moved from Baltimore. I had an apartment in Baltimore over east on Bel Air Road. I lived in White Horse Manor, not too far from Morgan. It's a good area. It's not too bad. I was able to start the footwork for my fragrance company. This is where I started my fragrance company. This is where I started selling oils.
What year was that?
This was 2017. And I was able to hustle. I had a girlfriend who went to Morgan State. She graduated. So I was able to hustle at the school, at the college, and I made a lot of money up there. And I was able to hustle on Bel Air Road, right down the street from my house. I was able to make money at that McDonald's, and I was able to make money at that gas station. It was 2 gas stations right next to my house. So that's all I needed. Like, I wasn't even driving. And that was really a turning point when I started to dibble and dab into my business. You know, I still had to work a job to survive, but I still had a hobby that I love, you know, which was to smell good, which was to make my own stuff. Cologne, perfume, shea butter, soaps. I made it all. Like, I made it all. If I needed lotion, I wasn't going to the store. I was calling my manufacturer, ordering up 3 or 4 pounds of shea butter, and I'm in the house whipping, making my own lotion. You know, I was always, when I started to do that, that was a turning point, because I started to realize, like, all I need is me and God. You know, I don't have to do this. I ain't got to do that. I got to focus on me and God and what I got. So I try to focus on the girlfriend I had, you know, but I always find myself, every time when I focus on my lady, I always find myself losing myself.
Why?
Because it don't be a good fit. When God put the right woman in your life, you're going to know, because everything is going to build. Everything is going to build. Everything is going to build. Nothing is going to, the momentum, the love, everything is going to build. But when you go looking for somebody, or somebody come looking for you and they're not the right person, and you accept it, and you trying to build, and that person not building, or not trying to help you build, they just love you. They just there, you know? You find yourself losing yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You find yourself losing yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you don't know who you are, because you're not with the right person. You're not with the right person. And it ain't even got to be your soulmate. You know what I'm saying? It could just be the right person at that time. You know, time is everything. All we literally have is time.
But do you think you got to try to do something to attract the right person?
Focus on yourself. When you standing on your purpose and you doing what you supposed to do, the right things will come. The right things, the right woman, the right job, the right car, the right opportunity will come. You know, when you doing the right thing and you're standing on your purpose. Now, when you working at McDonald's, or it don't matter where you work at. When you doing something you don't have no business doing. When you doing something that God don't want you to do. When you doing something you know you're not supposed to be doing, it could always go left. It could always go right.
But I love what you said now is on point, bro. It's really true and accurate, because when when you're doing something that is your gift, when you're your gift, it's going to make room for you. Your job is not going to make room for you, but your gift, like your gift can be doing something. Like you people can say, "Oh, that thing don't pay much," but you can make a way that people are going to be like, "Dang,
Yeah.
how much is he making now?"
Yeah.
But in the process of getting there, a lot of people are going to laugh at you. People are going to say nasty things like that's not going to work and stuff like that. And the problem is, a lot of people they step back because they don't want people to laugh at them, and they don't want anyone to mock them. But if you have your gift, you got to go for it, and you're going to see the right things are going to move towards your direction. But if you're just going to chase, like you want to chase this, you want to chase that, at the end of the day, you realize that you're not really doing anything. But when you work on yourself and try to become valuable, then all of a sudden, you start seeing doors start opening. You're like, damn, what happened? The change that happened within. Like it's an African proverb that says, the enemy outside can do us no harm, but the enemy inside, that's the greatest problem. If you can tackle the one outside, but the one inside, you're going to live with it for the rest of your life. So you got to know what to do. So yeah, man, at times people just focus.
That was good right there.
A lot of times people focus on the things outside, but they don't focus on the thing within.
Yeah.
Like you have to build yourself. For everybody want to be in a large, they want to belong to a large group, large organization, like large meetings, just to feel like they belong to something, which they really do not belong to anything at all. If you want to see all those people that you're trying to fit in, you're going to realize they don't even like you. And you're going to try to buy dresses to impress them. Try to go bankrupt just to impress someone who don't even like you. That's crazy. Why don't you just step back and invest in yourself? Like, what do I do the absolute best with the least amount of effort? That is your gift. The moment you find that, you're going to realize that, oh, I'm something. I'm somebody too. I can have some good conversation with people. That's life, bro. And I'm happy you said that, bro. That's a really legit point.
Man. Yeah, I just, I felt like still sometimes I get a little discouraged because that's business,
Yeah.
But when you just believe in God
Mm-hmm.
and you believe in self and love self,
Yeah.
you find yourself off the rat race.
Yeah.
The rat wheel, the bad rat wheel, the doing what you have no business doing. You find yourself stepping off of that, and you like, something is telling me go over here.
Yeah.
Let me stop this. But God, I believe God is telling me to walk this way. Stop running, because I'm not doing nothing. I'm not accumulating nothing. I'm not making nothing. Nobody don't like me.
Yeah.
Stop running and walk this way. Walk slow, too. Don't run. Walk slow and pay attention.
And that's why it's always good to reconnect with the Creator, because that's where you feel a sense of self-worth. Because sometimes we think we can just do it all by ourselves.
Can't do it without God.
And when you try and you realize that it's not moving, you got to seek help. And you got to realize, maybe someone is greater than me. Why can't I just go and find out? Is it somebody like this? Ed did not just come into place without someone doing something, if that's what some people believe.
I don't know why people believe that, but I definitely know that if people use at least a good percentage, because we don't even use like a good percentage of our brain. We only use like a small percent of our brain. Like I feel like if people use their brain in a more positive or just in a better way, I feel like they will have better outcomes.
It's gonna be great. And let's go back to your business. This AK.
Yeah.
What's the full meaning of AK?
Aroma King.
So the Aroma King, it got like good scent. Where do you produce this? You produce them in the United States? Or
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Which state?
Here in America.
What state? What state do you
Oh,
produce?
I got 2 different manufacturers actually.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, I'm gonna be honest. One of them is in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I have a production. Actually, everything has been produced. Everything has been. Yeah, I make everything. Everything has been produced here in Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow. So how much does this cost?
that is $30.
$30. And if someone want to buy it, where can the person go to find the product?
On my Instagram,
So what's the Instagram?
it's IAMBG. When you see a hand logo, click that.
Okay.
So it's IAM, but it's IAM Bigashi. It's
Yeah.
IAM Bigashi, and
It got a very good scent. Like,
I'm working on setting up my Instagram shop. So y'all be on the lookout for that.
yeah, guys, just check him out. Like, it's really good. It's really for guys. You gotta smell good when you want to go out on a date. Don't smell like crap and you want to go out and get a good, beautiful lady. So, sure, please check him out. And let's get back to your story, man. You're doing this business. Where do you see the stuff in the next 5 to 10 years? Like, what's your vision?
Art galleries. I see myself owning my own art galleries around, like one in Houston, one in Chinatown, DC, one back home in Ghana, one in Kansas. Art galleries, and these galleries will have my clothes made by me, cologne, perfume, shea butter. I have a vegan cousin, so his products will be in there. Vegan smoothies, natural herbs like burdock root, macaroo. A lot of vegan stuff gonna be in there, and music. Shout out to my brother Lo. His music gonna be in there. He's a great artist. He can't put a limitation on him because he does the Afrocentric, he does the hip hop, he does it all. So his music, his tapes, his CDs would definitely be in there. And a lot of other great artists from the DMV area, Baltimore artists, Virginia artists, DC artists, their music will be in there.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's a great stuff. And I hope in 10 years I'm gonna see some of those here at the galleries.
At least one, you gotta at least come to one of them.
Yeah,
at least one of them, because I'm definitely gonna have them up and running.
Yeah, I hope so. Everything should be perfect.
And like I said, right now I'm big on my fashion right now. I do wax jeans, I do painted jeans. So I definitely, in my art gallery, I want to have art too, like real art, Maybe not the most expensive ones, because I don't want anybody breaking the glass and trying to run with a painting that's $500,000 and stuff. People will do that, if you don't have security. But definitely come to the Gashi Art Gallery.
I hope that comes to fusion, man. It will.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you
just
know
gotta
what?
keep grinding.
You know what?
What?
I'm gonna have to get somebody to paint a picture of you and put it in there. You feel me?
Okay.
Because it's the blueprint, baby. It's the blueprint, baby.
I love that, man. It's gonna be lovely. Yeah, it's gonna be lovely. And now, I feel like a sense of moral responsibility. I feel like we have to say something to a lot of kids who are going through like similar challenge or experience you went through back then, where you're gonna trust your friend to take you towards the right path. I'm not gonna say your friend took you towards the wrong path, but there are a lot of kids who are going through some crazy stuff where their friends are taking them to places where they really do not gotta be in at the moment, and they start doing some crazy stuff, and all of a sudden that kid is useless. They don't know what to do anymore. They're just on the street, like, So speak to that kid for a second. If there's a kid right there who's 18 years old now and lost selling drugs and doing some crazy stuff. I
Yeah.
don't know what to do with your life. What are you gonna tell that kid?
I would tell that kid, if you stay focused, kid,
Mm-hmm.
and positive, no matter what, through all the blood, the tears, and everything, if you stay focused, you could achieve anything. And never settle, never surrender. Fight, 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 fight for happiness. Fight for love, you know. Fight for what you believe in, no matter what it is.
Wow.
If it's about being on that basketball court, fight to be on the basketball court. If it's to be a doctor, fight to be a doctor, you know?
Yeah.
If it's to be a lawyer, fight to be a lawyer, you know?
That's powerful.
If it's to be a relationship guidance counselor, or, you know, fight for that. Fight for love. Yeah. Man.
You?
Yeah, but I will also tell that kid, never lose sight of God. Put God first. Put God first, and then yourself second, and everything else last. Family, all that up, because you can't take care of family if you messed up mentally.
Yeah.
You know, your pockets, financially or mentally, you can't do nothing for a friend, a family, aunt, uncle, mom, dad. You can't do nothing if you not right in the inside. Gotta it's God, get yourself right. Because, you know, people don't know why they hurt. They don't know why they upset. They don't know why they dark in the inside, you know? But they don't know they self. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know how someone can, the process someone can use to find themselves? How did you find yourself?
I'm still learning myself. You know, I'm still learning myself, you know. And it's a process.
Yeah, it's a process.
It's a process because, you know, like I said, when you growing up in your life, you experiencing life. You experiencing life, you know, and you could lose focus of yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you could, you know who you are. You know, some people got it easy. Some people are good at this thing, at knowing who they are. Some people are not good at that. Some people are not good. They still don't know themselves, you know? So
that's why you need God, bro.
You need God, bro.
Yeah,
you need God, bro. And I don't understand how people can just mosey on without God, you know? Because it's like, how can you be happy without God? You know, that's a good question. How can you be happy without God? You know? Can you really be happy without God? I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people out here happy without God.
But the thing is, it depends what your definition of happiness is. Because some people, maybe happiness to them is just like being with your family. Maybe happiness to them is just seeing another day. It just depends on, you know, everyone has their definition of happiness. So, but I get what you're saying, though.
But see, I feel like we've been lied to a lot, you know? I feel like we've been lied to a lot, and a lot of people is lost. You know, a lot of people don't know. Like, we've been lied to with the religion. You know, we've been lied to with the banking systems. We've been lied to in school, colleges. You know what I'm saying? We just been lied to. We don't know what to believe. We don't know what's what. Yeah, all we knew was pay bills, do your taxes. That's all we know. Get your credit right.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know, so at the end of the day, it's so much madness. I just gotta give it to God. You know, I can't do it all. You know, I can't do it all. I'm just a man. And I'm one man. You know what I'm saying? There's only one of me.
Yeah.
So I gotta give it to God, you know. And then he tell me get up.
You just gotta get up and go.
Or he'll make a way.
Where the
you know, my phone will ring. He'll send help, you know. He'll send money. My phone will ring. Hey man, where you at? I'm trying to buy some cologne, man. Where you at? You was in the barbershop the other day.
Oh yeah.
Time to go.
Business.
business.
I love it, man. I love that. So, is there anything you want to say before we end the episode today? Is there any other thing you want to add?
I do.
Yeah, what's that?
One of my quotes. I just want to ask everybody, before you step out today and do anything, ask yourself, what will God do?
I love that.
Like that. You like that?
Yeah.
That was good. What will God do?
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I'm going to start making T-shirts with the G for Gashi, G for God. And on the back is going to say, what will God do?
That's a cool one.
You feel me?
Yeah. Make
sure y'all tap into that Benrolins Gashi, man. Make sure y'all get the hats, the Washington, D.C. hats. We're going to have Virginia, Maryland, Benrolins Gashi. We're going to have Baltimore, Maryland, Benrolins Gashi. We're going to have Arizona, Texas, Cali. We global, not local, baby.
I like that. I got 2 questions for you and we'll end the show.
Okay.
So the first question is this. If there was one advice that you could give to your 18-year-old self, what would it be?
Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs, man. Stay focused. You can achieve anything if you stay focused.
Wow.
Don't do drugs. Keep God first. Don't do drugs. That's it, man.
Yeah.
I wasted only, I don't regret. I just wish it would have been different. Like, far as, me spending my money on it. That's why I spent a lot of money. A lot of money. Still spending a lot of money. I probably didn't spend $1 million.
$1 million?
On weed.
Whoa.
Just to get high. You know what I'm saying? For real. I don't drink. I'm not a big drinker, at all.
Yeah.
I'm a lightweight. But Bob Marley was a good influence on me. I'll say that. I love Bob Marley. But it wasn't Bob Marley who did it.
Yeah, Bob Marley got good music.
I can't blame Bob Marley.
You did it.
I did it. I did it. I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it was me. I'm a man. I can't blame. No, it wasn't the neighborhood.
Yeah.
It wasn't my best friend. It was me, bro.
Yeah, because you decide to, and that's a problem. Sometimes people don't take responsibility, and the moment you don't take responsibility, you're always going to say, "Is this person's fault? Is that person's fault?" And you will never move forward. But the day you take responsibility, I messed up. Now what? What can I do to move to the next level?
And what is that called when you take
responsibility?
Yeah.
When you take influence me,
yeah.
And if not of this person, I would have been a good boy.
Right.
But now I'm messed up because it's his fault.
Right.
It's not really. If you had other options to say no, you got options to say no, but you decided to say, "Oh no, I'm gonna ride with it," and then you realize that but the moment you say, "Oh, I'm responsible for this. I did this." There were a lot of influences. I understand that, but
accountability. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, how can I hold myself accountable and move towards another level? Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and I'll tell y'all this, when you have a lot of friends or people around you who don't take accountability,
it's a problem.
It's a big problem. So that's why I try to take accountability. Long live my best friend Super Dave. I love you to death. The neighborhood, Kennedy, shout out to Kennedy Street. They had a big influence on my life to be a man, to be, everything that I am today. These neighborhoods, Sursum Quarters, Laurel, Kennedy Street, these neighborhoods made me who I am. The entrepreneur, the hustler, the me, every bit and part made me a great person, a great man. I'm still learning. No one is perfect.
Yeah, no one's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And the final question to you is this. If there was one experience that you could take away, like you just remove it from all your experiences in life, what would it be?
The death.
The death?
The death.
Really?
The death. Too much death. Too much bloodshed in my life.
Whoa.
Too much. Too much death.
That's, wow.
Too much death, yeah. Yeah, because if I didn't see that, I would want to take that out because I feel like life will be better with experiences, but good experiences. I feel like if you had a life of just good experiences, then life will be great. Life could possibly be perfect.
It will not.
No?
It will
Something
not.
still bad will happen, right?
Because those tough moments make you to become a better person.
Yeah.
You know, when you're always going through good moments, at some point, when something bad
You're
happens,
not gonna be ready for
you don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
But when you've already gone through a lot of crazy things along the way in life, when something else happens, you're just like, man, I've been through something worse. This is nothing. I can take care of this. And that's where your mindset comes into play. You got to be strong mentally and physically. That's why you go to the gym to work on your body and then try to listen to podcasts like this or read books to work on your mind. Because once your mind is set and your body's fit, like anything that happens, you're like, oh, I can handle this. Even if you don't have the roadmap, you slowly but surely will figure it out. The moment you put your mind towards it and you focus, that's how life is, bro. And with time, you're gonna be like, bam, I got this. It is possible. We got. Anyways, man, it's been a great pleasure having you on the show. It's been an awesome show. I love that you came by today, and looking forward to further episode and see. I'm gonna see how your business go in the future. I hope things will work out well. I want to see your brand in all the luxurious shops around the world.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen, man. You just gotta believe and stay consistent, bro, and keep fighting, keep going.
Fight.
Because there are a lot of people who are seeing you as a role model for them.
Yeah.
And it's like, if this guy can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
Think about the neighborhood where you came from. Think about all the places. Think about the people, the kids who always see you. How do they feel? They're like, this guy is taking a good map, a good road. I don't think I got to do drugs on the side. He got his own clothing line. He got his own like cologne.
Yeah.
And he's doing good for himself. Why can't I do that too?
Yeah.
So you have to have a sense of accountability, like you said, that, oh, I got kids watching me now. I don't got to mess up.
Yeah.
I got to follow straight back
Yeah.
to make sure those kids see me as someone they can,
Role model.
role model.
Positive role model.
Positive role model.
Yeah.
Because that's valuable. You know, there are a lot of kids out there who are messed up.
They lost.
They don't really know what's happened to them. But when they see somebody that they can really identify with, this person went through something that, oh, I know that stuff. I've been through a lot of something similar. So, oh, yeah, this guy is doing something good for himself. Why not me? Why not me?
It could be you.
Yeah, it could be you.
It could be you.
So, man, please stay on the right path, bro. And things are going to get better and great. I believe that, man. Thank you for coming to the show. And, guys, there you have it. Today's episode comes to an end. It was a great one. Please make sure you go check out Gashier. He got some really good product. This cologne is spectacular. And if you're new to the show, this is Benrolins Blueprint. Please do us a favor. If you're not subscribed to our channel, just click subscribe and click on the notification bell to be the first person to be notified when we drop any future episode. Thank you very much for everything you do. And always, Benrolins Blueprint comes to an end. Thank you. Bye-bye.